As the saying goes, history has a habit of repeating itself. Newswatch 16's Elizabeth Worthington stopped by the Lackawanna Historical Society today to find out what life was like in our area during the 1918 Spanish flu. And she shows us how the society is also trying to document history as it's happening right now.
Quarantine, it is hoped, will check deadly flu. Vicks Vapo Rub oversold due to present epidemic. If it weren't for the yellowed, crinkled pages and the date at the top, these could easily be mistaken for headlines from the Scranton Times today. But these pages, stored by the Lackawanna Historical Society, are from the newspaper back in the fall of 1918, at the peak of the Spanish flu pandemic.
The schools were closed, the bars were closed, theaters were closed, there were no public gatherings.
Unlike today, though, news of the disease didn't dominate the headlines. The war effort did.
It was kind of running parallel to as the war was ending. It looked promising for the Allies. So those are the really, really big headlines. The Germans have been defeated. This town has been recaptured.
But World War I contributed to the spread of the disease, mainly through troop mobilization. A Liberty Loan Parade that drew thousands into Scranton was held at the end of September, and almost immediately after, the flu took hold of the city. The bulk of the death toll is from October alone.
The first cases reported in Bellevue, in Westside, and then it spread across the city, across the county after that.
But when it comes to how the Spanish flu impacted daily life here, this historical society doesn't have a lot of documentation or physical evidence. Only the newspaper clippings survived.
And it gives a pretty good official history, but it kind of loses the what was it really like to live in Scranton at the time.
So the Historical Society wants to change that for the current pandemic so future generations have an idea of what life is like now. The Society is asking people to go on its website and answer a few questions.
We're asking people to record just the differences in their daily life. What did you do today? What would you have done if you weren't in a coronavirus quarantine?
If you'd like to help record history as it happens, you can find a link to the survey on WNEP.com. Elizabeth Worthington, Newswatch 16, Scranton.